Welcome to another edition of Ziggy's Workshop. Today we're going to go over a modification to the auxiliary top that I made for my Workmate 425. For those of you that haven't seen that video, I'll go over briefly how I made the table or the auxiliary top and how to install it onto the Workmate 425. The first thing I need to do is remove the center section. The second thing that I need to do is move the rear section forward and install it here. Need to make sure that the jaws are in their open position, and then the top that I made was made out of pieces of 3/4 inch plywood. Now to lift it up here, it's a little bit heavy, and what you can see is this piece of plywood is going to slide down between the jaws, and when they clamp this against this is what's going to hold the plywood top in place. I used 1 3/4 inch piece of plywood for the top portion, and these are 4.5 inch wide strips, 4.5 inch wide strips around the perimeter. They've been glued, they've been heavily glued, stapled into place, and set to dry. Now, the way this works is, and forgive me, it's a little awkward to do it from here. The top goes in like this. Just like that, it falls down into the in the jaws. This front edge is flush. And then clamp down the front jaws on the Workmate 425, and now you have an incredibly stable extra wide, extra large worktop, auxiliary top for your Workmate 425. This piece I measured out at it's about 32 by 48. Why? Because that's the piece of wood that I had. It was a scrap piece. Before I go any further, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for our video. This helps our channel. Share it with some of your friends if you like the video, and we'll go on from here. One of the great things about this top is that I can put large pieces of wood on here. I can put my lawnmower up here, or I can do a variety of different things. It also overhangs far enough that if I want to do any kind of clamping process, I can put a bar clamp on here and clamp it down. This is 1.5 inches thick, so it's sturdy. I can also I can use a standard C-clamp on here. I can use a standard spring clamp on here, and they all work. One of the things that I didn't like with this top was if I'm doing a repeatable process, or if I'm doing something that I really want to be sure is clamped down and has added stability, I came across clamps that are meant for workbenches of a variety of sizes. These clamps that I found, they were actually a Christmas gift that my son gave me. These are from Miles Craft, and these are the large size clamps. They have a couple of different sizes. These are the large ones, and the way they work is very much similar to a pair of vice grips. You tighten this down, it locks into place. When you want to release it, you squeeze the handle. What what I did was, there's a collar here on the bottom of the clamp, and that's meant for 20mm holes that are identical to what's in the Workmate 425. I took a 20mm Forstner bit, and in multiple locations on the workbench, I simply drilled holes where these will insert into the clamp, into the workbench. These handled nuts. Of course, remember, we do all our videos live, so things don't always go perfectly. They thread on there like that. I'm going to put one over here on this side. Slide it through the hole. Slide it through the hole over here. Thread it on. And let's say I wanted to clamp down a large piece of wood for whatever purpose. I simply take this, start to squeeze it down, make a minor adjustment, just like you would a pair of vice grips if you were grabbing a nut or a bolt or a pipe, and clamp it down. This thing is not going anywhere for added stability. I can take and clamp down this side. This piece of wood is going nowhere. If I really wanted to make sure it's not going anywhere, crank it down a little bit more, lay into it, it's not going to go anywhere. One of the cool things about these clamps is the size of the jaws on here are very adjustable. This is 3 pieces of 3/4 inch flooring that I happen to have laying around after a project that I did in a house, and I simply open up that clamp far enough, clamp it down. These aren't going anywhere. You can put in 2x4s, you can do materials. I'm not exactly sure what the maximum thickness is, but it's quite thick. It's got to be at least 4 inches, if not more, where this thing will clamp down. I find them to be very versatile. Not only do they work in my workbench, they work in the 425 itself, with the holes that are available. Most of the holes that are available in the 425. I'll have another video showing where they don't work, along with other clamping options. One thing that I like about this is, if I wanted to, I could move the clamps back here, put a 4x8 sheet of plywood up here, clamp this thing down, and that 4x8 sheet is not going to go anywhere. These are incredibly strong clamps, and I find them to be very, very useful. One of the great things about the Workmate 425 is that it is an incredibly versatile workbench, but it also lends itself to having jigs and fixtures attached to it, and modifications made to it. Those modifications, those jigs and fixtures, are limited only by the limits of your imagination. I want you to also, you can do a variety of different things. I've shown you modifications that I've made in previous videos. One thing that I do want to show you is that these clamps can be turned in any direction in any of these holes. It makes it even more versatile. I want to thank you for taking the time of watching our videos. Please, again, hit the like and subscribe button. If you'd like, hit the notification button because we're going to have more videos coming up as time goes on. Have fun with your projects. Have a great day. Thank you very much.